Decades ago, they boldly went, where no one had dared, defining a generation. But what really happened to the original Star Trek crew? Some thrived, some struggled, and one shocking secret remains hidden. William Shatner, born on March 22, 1931, became a cultural icon for his portrayal of Admiral James T. Kirk, the fearless captain of the USS Enterprise. At 48 during the filming of Star Trek the Motion Picture in 1979, Shatner returned to a role that had defined a generation, and in many ways, his own life. Kirk required not just charisma and leadership, but emotional depth convincing audiences that humanity could survive the unknown dangers of space. Shatner's classical training at the Stratford Shakespeare Festival, guided by stage legends such as Alec Guinness and James Mason, allowed him to elevate Kirk from a television hero into a cinematic figure whose influence would endure for decades. After the original series ended in 1969, Shatner faced the challenges of fame and typecasting. His career slowed, forcing him to accept any available role while coping with personal difficulties, including a separation from his first wife. For years, Shatner's public image remained tied to Kirk, and he lived modestly even in a truck camper. The motion picture marked a turning point, grossing over $139 million worldwide and demonstrating that audiences still craved the adventures of the Enterprise. Shatner brought Kirk to life with a combination of authority, curiosity, and vulnerability, portraying a hero capable of confronting cosmic threats while remaining profoundly human. The film's success led Shatner to reprise Kirk in 6 additional movies, each deepening the character and expanding the Star Trek universe. Beyond Star Trek, he displayed versatility with the police drama T.J. Hooker and earned Emmy Awards for portraying Denny Crane on Boston Legal. He also explored spoken word albums, including 1968's The Transformed Man, which became cult classics for its unconventional performances. By 2026, at 95, Shatner remains active, appearing at conventions working on projects, and reflecting on a life intertwined with Kirk's legacy. His flight aboard Blue Origin's New Shepard at 90 brought him literally closer to the stars he had long explored on screen. Shatner's career exemplifies resilience, curiosity, and reinvention, inspiring audiences to embrace adventure and creativity at every stage of life. The captain who once commanded the Enterprise continues to leave an enduring mark on popular culture and the imagination of generations worldwide. Leonard Nimoy, born on March 26, 1931, became an enduring cultural icon through his portrayal of Commander Spock, the half-Vulcan, half-human officer whose inner conflict between logic and emotion became one of television and film's most compelling character arcs. At 48 during the filming of Star Trek the Motion Picture in 1979, Nimoy brought decades of experience and introspection to a role that required both intellectual precision and emotional subtlety. Spock's calm reasoning, iconic Vulcan salute, and moral authority reflected the character's duality, while highlighting Nimoy's deep understanding of heritage identity and human nature. The Vulcan salute, inspired by the Jewish priestly blessing, became a lasting symbol of thoughtful performance and cultural continuity. Before returning to the Enterprise, Nimoy had already earned recognition for his work in film and television, including a notable role in Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Determined not to be defined solely by Spock, he pursued diverse acting roles, directed Star Trek III and Star Trek IV, and explored creative endeavors as a poet, photographer, and singer. His photography often examined human form and spirituality, blending technical skill with profound reflection. Nimoy approached Spock with meticulous care, bringing emotional authenticity to moments of conflict and bridging science fiction spectacle with deeply human storytelling. The original series, which ran for 79 episodes, along with subsequent films, solidified him as a cultural icon. He faced typecasting, but continually balanced fan expectations with his own artistic ambitions. Outside acting, Nimoy embraced public appearances and educational outreach, showing dedication to cultivating thoughtfulness and engagement, both on and off screen. He passed away on February 27, 2015 at age 83, leaving a legacy that continues to inspire. His final message: "A life is like a garden. Perfect moments can be had, but not preserved, except in memory." LLAP encapsulated a philosophy of presence mindfulness and enduring impact. By 2026, Spock's presence in film reboots and ongoing fan culture preserves Nimoy's influence, reminding audiences that the pursuit of knowledge, self-understanding, and balance transcends fiction, leaving a timeless example of nuanced performance and moral depth. DeForest Kelley, born on January 20, 1920, is best known for his portrayal of Dr. Leonard Bones McCoy, the passionate chief medical officer of the USS Enterprise. McCoy served as the emotional heart and ethical anchor of the crew, providing a human counterpoint to the boldness of Kirk and the logic of Spock. At 59, during the filming of Star Trek: The Motion Picture in 1979, Kelley brought warmth, humor, and moral clarity to the role. His early experience in westerns, where he often played villains, enabled him to infuse McCoy with layered depth, empathy, and subtle humanity. McCoy's compassion during crises, sharp wit, and frequent exasperation with Spock created one of the most enduring character dynamics in television and film, grounding the story in a relatable human perspective. Kelley was originally offered the role of Spock, but chose McCoy, embracing the archetypal frontier doctor. This decision allowed him to explore the empathy, moral conscience, and ethical integrity that would define his career. After the original series ended in 1969, Kelley faced typecasting and fewer acting opportunities, relying on convention appearances and fan events to remain connected to his audience. The Star Trek films revitalized his career, granting him renewed recognition and financial stability. Notably, during Star Trek VI, Leonard Nimoy ensured Kelley received $1 million for his performance, reflecting the high regard in which he was held by his peers. Off-screen, Kelley's life mirrored the steadiness he portrayed on screen. His marriage to Carolyn Dowling lasted nearly 55 years, exemplifying loyalty and stability amidst the pressures of Hollywood. His final appearance as a 137-year-old Admiral McCoy in Star Trek: The Next Generation provided a poetic conclusion to a career defined by integrity, compassion, and dedication to storytelling. Kelley passed away on June 11, 1999, at 79 from stomach cancer, but his portrayal of McCoy remains timeless. By 2026, McCoy continues to resonate with audiences as a symbol of empathy, courage, and ethical conviction. Kelley's embodiment of warmth, honesty, and moral clarity ensures that his legacy remains a cornerstone of Star Trek's enduring appeal, reminding viewers that the human heart and conscience are central to navigating even the most extraordinary circumstances. James Doohan, born on March 3, 1920, rose to fame as chief engineer. Montgomery Scotty Scott, the inventive, loyal, and witty backbone of the USS Enterprise. At 59, during the filming of Star Trek: The Motion Picture in 1979, Doohan brought to the role a unique blend of technical knowledge and resilience forged by real-life experiences as a war hero. Having survived D-Day with 6 gunshot wounds, he drew on courage and resourcefulness that mirrored Scotty's ability to improvise under pressure. These qualities helped make the character a fan favorite and a model of quiet heroism. After the war, Doohan pursued a prolific career in radio and television, participating in over 4,000 radio programs and countless TV appearances. His decision to give Scotty a accent during auditions, an improvisation born from personal creativity, became inseparable from the character and remains iconic in popular culture. Doohan also contributed to the development of Klingon and Vulcan sounds, helping lay the linguistic foundation of the Star Trek universe. His meticulous attention to technical accuracy and character authenticity elevated Scotty beyond comic relief, transforming him into a symbol of ingenuity, reliability, and courage. Despite his professional success, Doohan faced serious health challenges in later life, including Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. He passed away on July 20, 2005, at the age of 85 in Redmond, Washington. In a poetic tribute, portions of his ashes were sent into space, creating a symbolic connection between the actor who imagined starships among the stars and his final journey beyond Earth. By 2026, Scotty remains an enduring emblem of creativity, bravery, and dedication. Doohan's story demonstrates that true heroism extends beyond daring exploits. It encompasses persistence, innovation, and loyalty. His performance continues to inspire audiences, showing that intelligence, humor, and courage can coexist even in the face of adversity. Through Scotty, James Doohan left a timeless legacy in science fiction, reminding fans across generations that resourcefulness, dedication, and a spark of ingenuity can leave a lasting mark on both fictional worlds and real lives. George Takei was born on April 20, 1937, and is best known for his portrayal of Lieutenant Commander Hikaru Sulu, the poised and capable helmsman of the USS Enterprise. Sulu's role required precision, calmness, and reliability qualities. Takei embodied effortlessly, bringing a quiet strength to the bridge of the starship. During the filming of Star Trek: The Motion Picture in 1979, Takei was 42 years old. At a point in life where he had already endured formative challenges that shaped both his perspective and performance. Growing up, Takei and his family were forcibly relocated to Japanese-American internment camps during World War II, a traumatic experience that left an indelible mark on his character. This personal history of resilience, dignity, and moral courage subtly informed his portrayal of Sulu, lending authenticity to the character's calm decisiveness and ethical grounding. On screen, Sulu served as the crew's steady hand, navigating both the starship and tense situations with thoughtfulness and clarity. His understated presence was crucial, complementing the dynamic personalities of Kirk, Spock, and McCoy, while reinforcing the ensemble's balance. Off-screen, Takei faced societal challenges, confronting racial prejudice and a world that often marginalized voices like his. He channeled this adversity into activism, becoming a prominent advocate for civil rights, LGBTQ+ visibility, and Asian American representation in media. Over the years, Takei expanded his career into theater, television, and public engagement, often returning to the Star Trek universe in guest appearances and conventions, celebrating both Sulu's enduring appeal and his own legacy. Takei's life demonstrates the profound connection between lived experience and performance, showing how personal history can deepen an actor's authenticity. By 2026, at 88 years old, Takei remains active, embracing his dual role as actor and activist. His legacy reminds audiences that heroism is not only about courage in battle, but also about integrity, perseverance, and the willingness to use one's platform to educate, inspire, and challenge social norms. Hikaru Sulu stands as a testament to the power of resilience, illustrating how a single life shaped by adversity can leave a lasting impression on generations of viewers. Persis Kambata was born on October 2, 1948, and achieved international recognition through her role as Lieutenant Ilia in Star Trek: The Motion Picture. Ilia, the Deltan navigator, was characterized by her telepathic sensitivity, elegance, and ultimately tragic transformation, providing the film with its emotional core. At just 31 during filming, Kambata made the bold decision to shave her head for the role, a choice that both shocked and captivated audiences, giving Ilia an iconic, otherworldly appearance that became a defining image in science fiction cinema. This transformation reflected not only her dedication to authenticity, but also a willingness to embrace vulnerability and risk for the sake of storytelling. Prior to Star Trek, Kambata had a remarkable career as a model, winning the title of Miss India and navigating the competitive world of international fashion and film. Her early success required overcoming cultural and gender barriers, a resilience she carried into her acting career. Ilya's journey in the film from empathetic officer to a being absorbed by the V'ger probe symbolized themes of identity sacrifice and the human cost of exploration, offering audiences a narrative that was as intellectually compelling as it was visually striking. Kambata's own life, however, was marked by both brilliance and fragility. After the height of her career, she faced severe health challenges, including complications from a car accident, and ultimately died from a heart attack on August 18, 1998, at the age of 49. Her untimely death highlighted the precariousness of life, even for those whose performances achieve cinematic immortality. Despite this, her work continues to inspire actors to embrace bold choices, to step outside comfort zones, and to invest fully in transformative roles. Lieutenant Ilya's character endures as a symbol of courage, grace, and artistic dedication, reminding audiences that true commitment to craft often requires personal sacrifice and fearless creativity. Persis Kambata's legacy demonstrates how a single performance executed with integrity and daring can resonate across decades, influencing the genre, inspiring fellow performers, and leaving an indelible mark on the collective imagination of science fiction enthusiasts worldwide. Walter Koenig was born on September 14, 1936, and is celebrated for his portrayal of Lieutenant Pavel Chekhov, the enthusiastic Russian navigator of the USS Enterprise. Chekhov was introduced as a youthful, vibrant member of the crew, designed to appeal to younger audiences while adding international representation during a period marked by Cold War tensions. At 43 years old during the filming of Star Trek: The Motion Picture, Koenig brought energy, charm, and an affable curiosity to Chekhov, balancing the gravitas of senior officers with humor and optimism. The character's loyalty, idealism, and occasional naivety created a multi-dimensional presence that enhanced both dramatic tension and comedic relief within the ensemble. Off-screen, Koenig's career extended into television, film, and science fiction writing, where he explored morally complex and nuanced roles that contrasted with the more idealized Chekhov. This breadth of experience allowed him to infuse his performances with authenticity, bridging the gap between youthful exuberance on screen and thoughtful reflection off it. Koenig's personal life included moments of triumph and heartbreak, including the loss of his son in 2010, experiences that deepened his understanding of human connection and resilience. Throughout his career, he remained deeply engaged with fans and the Star Trek community, attending conventions and sharing insights about the craft and the franchise's enduring appeal. By 2026, at age 89, Koenig continues to be a respected figure, illustrating how enthusiasm, dedication, and moral integrity can leave a lasting cultural impact. Chekhov's enduring charm is a reminder that even the youngest members of a team can profoundly shape outcomes, both in fiction and in life. Koenig's story highlights the importance of optimism, curiosity, and human warmth in the creation of characters that resonate across generations. His life and work demonstrate that passion for storytelling, coupled with a commitment to authentic engagement with audiences, ensures that an actor's influence extends far beyond the confines of a single role or film. Nichelle Nichols was born on December 28, 1932, and became an icon through her portrayal of Lieutenant Commander Uhura, the communications officer aboard the USS Enterprise. Uhura was a groundbreaking character in American television, shattering both racial and gender barriers at a time when few women of color were represented in positions of authority on screen. At 46, during the filming of Star Trek: The Motion Picture, Nichols brought elegance, intelligence, and a commanding presence to the role, demonstrating that competence, professionalism, and charisma could exist simultaneously. Uhura's interactions on the bridge, often balancing the intensity of her colleagues with grace and insight, provided a model of leadership and human warmth that inspired millions. Nichols' own journey mirrored her character's challenges and triumphs. She nearly left the series due to workplace harassment and limited opportunities, but an encounter with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. convinced her that her visibility had the power to inspire social change, encouraging her to remain and continue influencing audiences worldwide. Beyond acting, Nichols became a vocal advocate for inclusion, working with NASA to recruit minority and female astronauts, including future trailblazers such as Sally Ride and Guion Bluford. Her career thus intertwined artistic achievement with social activism, demonstrating the capacity of one person to create tangible societal impact. Nichols passed away on July 30th, 2022, at age 89, yet her legacy continues through the inspiration she provided to countless individuals and the enduring resonance of Uhura as a symbol of empowerment. By 2026, her influence is still celebrated in both media and space exploration history. Uhura's story teaches that representation matters deeply, that courage manifests in perseverance and advocacy, and that the heroes we admire on screen can catalyze real-world progress. Nichelle Nichols embodied a synthesis of talent, integrity, and vision, leaving a legacy that transcends television to touch generations of viewers and pioneers who saw in her a reflection of possibility and hope. Before we wrap up, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss more stories behind Hollywood legends. The journeys of the Star Trek cast remind us that courage, resilience, and creativity can transcend decades. Their struggles, triumphs, and unwavering dedication left a cultural legacy that continues to inspire audiences. Even years later, these stories teach us to embrace risk, persist through adversity, and boldly explore the unknown.